That amazes me that a person would think that they are so versed and so knowledgeable that they are not in need of continuing to study. Even the great scholars, and I've mentioned this on several occasions, you find them, for example, repeatedly teaching al-usul al-thalatha, for example, the three fundamental principles. So I've said this, I've told this story on several occasions, but I think it's beneficial to mention it here. Years back, and this is going back years, when we were visiting Shaykh Rabi rahimahullah ta'ala in Mecca, and we spent the night at the Sheikh's house. And I remember the next morning when we were leaving out, noticed as I was leaving out of the door, there were a bunch of boxes piled up at the entrance. And I was just kind of staring at them, just looking at them. It was a lot of boxes. I didn't know if they were books or what have you. And the Sheikh was behind me. The Sheikh said, "Take one." Like just like that, take one. Now, of course, I didn't know what was in them. So I'm being humble. Jazakallah khair, Sheikh, you know what I mean? So she said, la, take one. So we opened it up, and I discovered that it was a box full of cassette tapes. Cassette tapes for you young brothers. I don't know if you remember cassette tapes.
Before
But
my time,
there were these things called cassette tapes that you used to play audio. And there were, I mean, hundreds, and I'm not exaggerating, literally hundreds of cassette tapes from Shaykh Muhammad Aman al-Jami, rahimahullah ta'ala, different explanations of works, whether it be Wasitiyya of Ibn Taymiyyah, or whether it be Tadmuriyya of Ibn Taymiyyah, Hamawiyya, all of these different works. And then I noticed, and this was later on, of course, I noticed the tapes then, but later on when I got it home and I began to really pull them out and look at them, I noticed that there was a set of the three fundamental principles, and it had at the bottom al-Medina, and then I saw another set and I saw a Mecca at the bottom. So of course the first thing that I realized, the Sheikh taught this twice. He taught it in Mecca and he taught it in al-Medina. Now, again, what that shows me is, of course, the focus that the Sheikh he placed on this book because of the importance of the book. And so the individual, for example, who makes this claim, again, I find it utterly fascinating. A person would think that they were so knowledgeable of something that they don't need to refresh their knowledge.